What's up, guys? It's Brian here from Full Body Athletics. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful morning, beautiful any moment of the day that you're taking to listen to me. I really appreciate it. If you guys, before getting started this podcast, if you guys are interested in training, losing weight, and feeling at your most updated and best potential, okay, Full Body Athletics is the place to be. We have over 100 reviews both on Facebook and Google online. We're the leaders of fitness, but also spirituality, training, meditation, sightseeing, workshops, and all these great things. So if you're interested in training or just dropping by for a free first class, you can simply come. The link is in my bio on my Instagram. Click the download the app and simply get started from there. Today, guys, for episode 13, I want to talk about a special subject to me, and that is the subject of cold therapy, okay? The reason why I want to talk about cold therapy is, so if you've been following just social media in general, you can see there's a big trend right now going on in the world of cold therapy. It started off with an old man called Wim Hof, so WIM space HOF. You can look him up on Google or just YouTube and see amazing videos and footage of things he's done with his body, bringing his body to the coldest temperatures, to the most outrageous environments for your body. Either it's crossing the Sahara Desert with barely any water, going up Mount Geronimo with no shoes, etc. He's done things that was commonly known as being impossible for human beings, that now he's proven it can be possible. We know the benefits of cold therapy and whatnot. The reason why I want to talk to you guys about the podcast today about cold therapy is because myself, I've been dwelling into the science of cold therapy now for about 18 months. It's going to be almost 2 years that every day, every morning, I wake up and I take my goddamn cold shower. Now, it's a brutal 2-3 minutes, okay, where I'm just like, I just want to rip my head apart. But the benefits you feel afterwards are incredible, okay? Whenever I feel tired, I take a cold shower, it wakes me right up. It's as if I drank four espressos, okay? I feel amazing afterwards. My adrenaline is clicking. Everything seems to be going right, mentally, physically. I feel at my almost out best. And because of that, I wouldn't be able to think about going on in my mornings without this simple morning routine of taking a cold shower. But don't just listen to me. Just go on YouTube, go on Instagram, and follow people that have been taking cold showers. And they'll tell you the amazing benefits of cold therapy and what it does to them and so forth. In today's podcast, I want to talk about cold therapy because the article of the month of last month, if you follow me, okay, www.fullbodyathletics.com blog, you're going to find that our last article was about cold therapy. And I said how cold showers can be your best 2023 resolution. Okay, so a lot of people want to lose weight 2023. A lot of people want to do this, want to do that, and you end up giving up on everything because they make everything so damn hard. When you start a resolution, guys, very important to do baby steps, to take baby steps, right? Some people, they start off 2023 or new year, whatever year it is, and they want to become Superman, right? They want to do everything and anything and anytime, and, they want to start eating good, training 7 times a week, stop alcohol, stop smoking, this, that. And it becomes very difficult for your body because the human body does not process good habits in that such behavior, right? Good habits take time to develop. Good habits start often with the smallest of steps, and then you go forward to the biggest of steps, okay? So for today's podcast, I want to talk more in depthly about cold therapy, what it does to you, what are the benefits, how much time do you really need under a cold shower to get those benefits, and so forth. If you guys are interested in this podcast, okay, or if you're just interested in knowing more, like I mentioned before, you can go on fullbodyathletics.com, okay, /blog. You're going to find it. You're going to read more upon it. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email at fullbodyathletics@gmail.com. So let's get to it. So, cold showers. Like I mentioned before, how did it start? Well, since the beginning of time, only in the last maybe 150 years, 200 years that we've been taking consistently for the most of the human population hot showers. And what this does, even though it's a good thing, it's also a bad thing. Why? Because your body cannot recognize different temperatures. Okay, all our bodies are too accustomed to taking always hot showers or hot baths. And what it does is that you become very susceptible to cold weather. Okay, if you guys don't know, now you know. I'm from Canada, right? Montreal, Canada. And we know, like last week we had minus 50 degree weather here. So minus 50 degree weather is it's once in a generation type of cold, but we regularly get from December all the way to end of March. We get temperatures going from anywhere from 5 degrees to up to minus 20 degrees on a regular day basis. One day could be 5 degrees and one day could be 0 degrees. One day could be minus 7. All right. So it makes us very susceptible to the cold weather because we're always confronted to this cold weather. I see it with my clients, with my friends, okay? Every year, even though we go through the same process, right? Where we should be accustomed to the cold temperature, every year it's the same story where it's like, oh my God, I'm so cold. Oh my God, it's so cold. Oh my God, the temperature is changing, okay? So about a year and a half ago, 2 years, I fell on a YouTube video about a man called Wim Hof. Actually, I was listening to a podcast, but back in those days, Joe Rogan used to make this podcast live on YouTube, right? So I found out this podcast of a man called Wim Hof. And the only thing I knew about him at the beginning of the podcast was that he was a kind of extreme athlete. Is that what they called it? I think so. He puts himself in extreme environments in order to do any type of athletic maneuver. Okay. So in this podcast, right, Wim Hof goes on talking about how that he got to cold therapy, how his wife died, how he became immensely depressed, and how he found the cold therapy and cold showers to be actually one of the strongest therapies that he's ever done, right? Where instead of going outside to find a recipe of good health mentally, he went inside, which totally changed his life. So what is cold showers? So very simply, a cold shower is anything below 70 Fahrenheit. So 70 Fahrenheit in degrees Celsius, if you're Canadian or if you're European, it's about 21 degrees. Okay? So at 21 degrees, what happens? Okay? Well, obviously the water is very cold and you start to shiver. Well, that shiver is a very, very, very important indicator of adrenaline, right? The more adrenaline you have, the more you have a hard time breathing. Well, that causes some types of friction. Okay? So cold showers or any showers with a top temperature below 70 Fahrenheit or 21 degrees may have serious health benefits. Water therapy, also called hydrotherapy, has been used for centuries to take advantage of our body's tendency to adapt to harsher conditions. As a result, our bodies become more resistant to stress and cold. Cold showers are not a main source of treatment for any condition. Important to note, guys, I didn't start this podcast by mentioning, all the, it reduces cancer risk and all these things. I just want to talk about the mental benefits, but we're going to get more into it. But they may help with improve symptom relief and general well-being. Okay, so I felt it myself. Over a year and a half now, I've been taking cold showers. It has completely changed my life. My general being, my general mood is enhanced every day. Very rarely do I wake up actually in a bad mood. Even if I wake up in let's say a much worse mood than I typically am, a normal quick cold shower of 2 to 3 minutes really helps with mood regulation. So let's get to it. So what is the benefits of cold showers? So firstly, cold shower increases endorphins. Okay, so what are endorphins? Okay, endorphins are the happy molecule. Is the molecules in your brain that indicate a sense of happiness or joy. Okay, so depression affects about 10% of American adults or Canadian adults, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. Many drugs treat depression depending on the severity of duration of the symptoms. One holistic method of treatment that's growing in popularity is hydrotherapy. Taking a cold shower for up to 5 minutes, 2 times a week, was shown to help relieve symptoms of depression in clinical trials. Okay, so if you're a person that has a hard time dealing with emotional regularity, this is a perfect thing for you. For people with depression, cold showers can work as a kind of gentle electroshock therapy. The cold water sends many electrical impulses to your brain, like I said, right? The adrenaline. They jolt our system to increase alertness, clarity, and energy levels. Endorphins, which are sometimes called happiness hormones, are also released. This effect leads to feelings of well-being and optimism. Okay? So like I mentioned before, guys, taking a cold shower every day really changed my life. Every morning I wake up, sometimes I'm even excited to take a cold shower because I know it's going to drastically improve the way I feel. All right? So by taking a cold shower, it's going to provoke the endorphins in your body. It's going to release the endorphins in your body, which is going to make you feel happier for longer. Contrary to things like caffeine, right, where you have a high spike and then a big spike down, cold showers are shown to be more consistent with mood regulation. So instead of doing a 1 hour and then 1 hour off where there's a drop, there's actually a 4-hour heightness of endorphins, which is really, really interesting. Second point, cold therapy may also improve metabolism. So if you're a person that's trying to lose weight or at least trying to be healthier, right, cold therapy may even improve your metabolism. Okay, so while fat is the fat we associate with conditions such as obesity and heart disease, we are also all born with brown fat. So you have white fat that's seen as like visceral fat, so the fat that's carrying around your body, but you also have brown fat. Researchers have found that brown fat plays an important role in adult health. Healthy levels of brown fat also indicate that white fat will be at a healthy level. And brown fat is activated only by the exposure to cold temperature. So in your body, you have both brown and white fat. The white fat, like I mentioned before, is the overall body fat. The brown fat is hidden under your skin layer. This brown fat actually helps you with cold temperature. So for example, when I was talking about Wim Hof, well, research showed that Wim Hof, when doctors were analyzing his body, they noticed that he had a higher brown fat content than most human beings. In the beginning of this process, seeing that it was so new, right? He started in the 1990s. They were mistakenly using it as genetics. They were saying, "Oh, it's genetics." However, what's really interesting is that everybody can develop more brown fat matter. It's just a question of doing more cold therapy. So Wim Hof, in this sense, wasn't genetically gifted. It was just all the years of training his body under really cold conditions have actually increased his brown fat matter, which helped him maintain healthy levels of happiness and metabolism. Okay? So people that are obese can't simply start taking cold showers to lose weight without changing other lifestyle habits. I want to say that right in the beginning, guys, okay? Do not think because you're taking cold showers that you're going to lose that 30 pounds in a week. It doesn't work like that, okay? But taking a cold shower 2-3 times a week may contribute to increased metabolism. So metabolism is the burning wood in your body that burns calories, okay? It may also help fight obesity over time. The research about how exactly cold showers help lose weight is still unclear. Like I mentioned before, guys, this is all new, right? So it's still unclear of why it increases your metabolism, but it surely must have to do something with adrenaline. Still, it does show that cold water can even outperform certain hormone levels and heal the gastrointestinal system, which is really interesting. Not only increasing metabolism, it also may help with your gastrointestinal system. These effects may add to the cold shower's ability to lead to weight loss. So imagine, guys, by taking a cold shower every day, not only you're going to feel amazing mentally, but physically your body is going to burn more calories, which is amazing. Number 3, and probably one of the most important things, cold therapy also improves your circulation. So while it may feel uncomfortable to immerse our bodies in cold water, it can also be invigorating. That's because water that's colder than our natural body temperature causes the body to work slightly harder to maintain its core temperature. When taken regularly, cold showers can make our circulatory system more efficient. Super interesting. Some people also report that their skin looks better as a result of cold showers, probably because of better circulation. Athletes have known this benefit for years. Even if we have only recently seen data that supports cold water for healing after sports injury, it's the same reason that ice brings down inflammation when you bruise or tear a muscle. So we know, right? It's proven. It's proven scientifically. When we get hurt, by applying cold on top of our skin, it helps with circulation and it helps us cure more. Well, imagine if you're doing the same concept using all your body by doing cold showers every morning, right? You're not only healing one muscle part, you're healing the whole body. And also improving circulation, which is blood flow to your whole body. Better blood flow, higher metabolism, stronger metabolism, okay, less chance of cardiovascular disease and cancer risk, okay? It's the same. By bringing down the temperature of an area to the body down, we speed up the delivery of warmer, freshly oxygenated blood to that area. And that speeds up recovery time. So when you take a cold shower, you're gonna notice first things first is that your skin is gonna become red from the coldness, right? Well, that changing of skin color is actually going to show it's actually a good thing, because what that means is that your blood is going to that place, and it's going to go to that place, and in order to warm up that muscle part, it's going to improve the muscle the blood flow to that area, right? So by doing that, it obviously speeds up recovery time, right? So you're more recovered, you feel better. Some people may actually benefit from cold showers as a way to help their blood move through their body more quickly. These include people with poor circulation, high blood pressure, and diabetes. So if you have poor circulation, okay, if you find yourself wake up in the morning, maybe with your feet cold or your hands cold, that's probably a sign of bad circulation. Okay, if you're that person that has high blood pressure, well, maybe a cold shower will actually be very good for you, because it's going to improve blood circulation. And if you have diabetes, okay, it can actually help with your diabetes. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, it helps fight off common illnesses. Okay, our bodies are designed to become more resistant to elements we are exposed to. For example, leukocytes help fight infections in your body. So that's the molecule that's produced in your body once you have an infection. The shock of cold water in the bloodstream stimulates leukocytes. This means that taking cold showers can help our resistance to common illnesses like colds and flu. So if you're the type of person that maybe is affected by winter by getting, flu-like symptoms often, or if you work in a common place where a lot of people and you get flus often, or if you're just a parent, taking cold showers can actually be one of the greatest things that you can do for your body. One study even indicated that cold showers can make the body more resistant to certain types of cancer. In a clinical trial in the Netherlands showed that people who took cold showers called out work less. People that took cold showers were less often injured, and people that took cold showers were often not more productive. People that are preparing for surgery for any other disease treatment can also lead to decreased immunity, might want to start taking cold showers in preparation. So if you're going to get operated one day, okay, maybe the best thing that you can do right before the operation, maybe a month before, is to start taking cold showers to prepare the body for better recuperation. Okay? So what are the risks of cold shower? Okay, now I'm just talking about the benefits. However, there is a certain degree of risks. Let's get into it. Cold showers are not just a magical cure for all condition. Okay, they should be used as a supplement to traditional treatments, but not as a replacement. Please, guys, remember that people taking medication for their mental health should not stop their drugs abruptly in favor of alternative treatment. If you have depression-like symptoms or, schizophrenic, maybe just taking cold showers itself and not taking the drugs that are meant for you, okay, is not the viable situation. What you want to do is combine both. People with long-term clinical depression or diagnosis of bipolar or borderline personality conditions should not use cold showers as a replacement for what their doctor has prescribed under any circumstances. Right? If you're feeling sick, have recently been released from the hospital, or otherwise immune compromised, wait to try out cold showers. Talk to your doctor first to make sure that cold showers is the appropriate thing for you. While the cold shower habit is beneficial for most people, the habit takes some time getting used to. The body may also be taxed by the process of getting used to it. Okay? So that's one thing I want to tell you guys, all right? Taking cold showers is a process that takes time. We're going to get into it more, but it takes time. Okay, let's get into the curriculum afterwards. So what is the curriculum needed for cold therapy? right? Because I don't want just you to hop onto a shower and not expecting you to come into a cold shower doing 5 minutes of cold shower, right? So generally speaking, okay, this is how the therapy works, okay? So to get the most benefits of any cold shower, I want you to take total time in a week, 10 to 15 minutes, not more of cold showers. So you can do a cumulative, right? You can do 2 minutes every day for 5 days in a row, and then 2 next days we'll be taking hotter showers. Or you can take 3 days in the week and do 5 minutes of cold showers. All right? Now, 5 minutes is a lot. 5 minutes, even for me, that I'm a more experienced cold shower person, is a lot. So this is how I do it. This is how I did it myself. So I started off by taking 30-second cold showers. Okay, so what I would do is I would take a hot shower in the beginning. At the end of my hot shower, I would do 30 seconds of cold water. Finish it off like that. So I would do that for a week to 2 weeks. When I started feeling comfortable, I started increasing it slowly. So I went from 30 to 45 seconds. I added 15 seconds. 2 weeks after that, I got to 60 seconds. 2 weeks after that, I got to 75 seconds. 2 weeks after that, I went to 90 seconds. And now I'm doing about 3 minutes of cold showers every day. So as you can see, it took me a while to get where I got to. Okay? So that's the first thing. So remember, first thing, 10 to 15 minutes of cold showers a week, nothing more. You don't need nothing more to get the benefits. And 2, you start off slowly. Like I mentioned, 30 seconds, and you go progressively from there. You can take cold showers both in the morning or at nighttime. I would recommend doing it in the morning. Why? Because the best moment to get the adrenaline rush is in the morning. However, some studies show that taking cold showers at night can also help you with sleep. So I'm not removing it from your agenda. If you can only do it at night, then do it at night, okay? But I got the most benefits from doing it in the morning. Why? Because I get the endorphin blast, okay? I feel better. My body feels great afterwards, and I'm ready to go to tackle the rest of my day. Okay? So 10 to 15 minutes, start slow and go from there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this beautiful podcast. Like I mentioned before, start off slow and you go steady from there. I promise you that if you start doing this on a regular, you will feel amazing. However, like any new habit, it takes time. So don't rush into it. Take your time. Cold showers helped me greatly in my life since 2 years now that I'm doing it. It gives me more clarity, gives me more energy. My mood is more regulated, and I feel great afterwards. I also feel myself to be more productive afterwards. I feel more awakened. You know, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I don't feel at my best, but when I take a cold shower, I feel like a king. Okay? This podcast is about upgrading mentality, so I want to give you guys all the tricks that you can do in order to upgrade your mentality, in order for you to get better every day. Hopefully you guys enjoy this beautiful podcast. Like I mentioned before, if you want to lose weight, if you want to look great, if you want to be surrounded by the best coaches in all of Montreal, if your goal is to have more energy, is to grow as a person both physically and mentally, Full Body Athletics is the place to be. All right, we have 33 classes a week. We have classes in the morning, classes at night. All our classes are 45 minutes except for our boxing class. If you have any questions, you can send me an email at fullbodyathletics@gmail.com. You can follow me on YouTube, Full Body Athletics, Instagram, fullbody_athletics. And if you want to try out a free class, the first class is on me, people. All right, link is in my bio. Have yourselves a great day. This was episode 13, Cold Shower. Be good. I'll see you soon. Ciao.